Hey everybody, Nate Walker of Nate Walker Properties, Remax Alliance. Some of you know who I am. For those of you who don't, I'm a local entrepreneur and realtor in the greater New Orleans area and on the North Shore. Um, my business partner Stephanie McHugh and I have been together for about 4 years, and we wanted to start this little video blog series. We're going to call it Real Real Estate because there is this perception of what we do as realtors, and it's very, very different than what we found real estate and being a realtor actually is about. It's not about selling houses. It's really about people and relationships and helping people be able to do something that they didn't even know they could do. So this first episode, I want to touch on something that's personal because I want this series to not just be about real estate because one, that would be freaking boring and you don't want it to be bored to death sitting here listening to me talk. So I'm hoping that you get something out of this because it's not going to be just beneficial to myself, but also to you because there's a lot to be learned in what we do about people, about life, because of how many people we actually get to work with, interact with, and we're working with these people on a very personal level. We're getting to know these people very closely because we're dealing with very, very important moments in their lives. So here's some of the things that we take from it. And this first episode, I'm going to be addressing a question, a very simple question. And I'm going to ask you this because it's something I ask myself pretty much every day. It's, do you really want it? Do you really want it? I know. What does that even mean? Well, basically, are you just saying that you want it? Or are you actually doing what you have to do and showing that you really want it? So are you saying that you want it or are you showing that you want it? First of all, what is the it? What does that mean? I think that the it is that inner peace that you get when you look in that mirror, either in the morning or at night, and you actually look at yourself and you know that you did everything you could to maximize who you are or who you could be that day. And then you have that peace and satisfaction within yourself. And that's something that can't be purchased. That can't be something that's given to you. That's something that you have to gain yourself. I still work on this every single day, and I'll work on it till the day I die. So let's think about this for a little bit. When you say that you want it, you're just trying to convince yourself and everybody around you that you want it, or are you just saying it to motivate yourself? Either way, that doesn't really get you anything. If you really want it and you're actually doing it, taking the actions, grinding, then you don't really have to say it at all. Everybody around you will know. They'll see it. And most importantly, you'll know. That's when you look in that mirror and you know that you did everything you did that you needed to do. So that's the showing it part. And when you truly know, it'll stop mattering to you if everyone else knows. Because if you have that peace, then you don't really have to worry about the opinion of who you are or the opinion of others and the perception they have of who you are, because your opinion of yourself is the only opinion that'll matter because you'll have done it. You'll know that you did it. Now, of course, I'm in real estate. So how does this apply to me? And more importantly, how does this apply to you? So let's talk about buying or selling a house. This is the real estate part. So if you're buying a house, what are you actually doing to make that happen? First of all, have you spoken to somebody to at least know where you stand with being able to buy? What credit score you might need? Do you need a down payment? Have you even asked a question of what you have to do? It's a very, very simple thing, but many people are scared of it. But that very, very, very simple thing is a huge, huge step that you've got to take. So I found that most people are more afraid of not knowing, or the unknown, so I guess you would say. They're more afraid of the unknown, and even finding out is what they're terrified of. But I've also come to find that when they actually ask the question and get the information, it's not as scary as the unknown of them not even knowing. And at least when you do ask the question and you get the answer, you can make a game plan. That is actually showing, taking the action to prove that you really want it and you're not just saying it. Because you didn't have to tell anybody you were going to ask. You just did it. You showed it to yourself and everybody else can see it in your actions. Now, it's not that crazy. I mean, it's simple, 7 simple basic steps. Simple basic, I know that's redundant, but there's 7 basic steps to buy a house. You got to get approved by a lender, you get a realtor, you pick out a house, you make an offer, you get an inspection, you have an appraisal, and you sign the papers. That's it. That's it. Oh, and having a realtor represent you as a buyer is free, in case you didn't know. It doesn't cost you anything. So that's the actions. Are you really doing what you need to do, and do you really want it when it comes to buying a house? So let's talk about selling. So if you're selling a house, it's a little bit different. It's not necessarily about, oh, I want to get into a new home for my family, which is a big step. Selling a house is about taking the next step. Buying a house is that first big step. Selling a house is that next big step in your life. So if you're planning to sell your house, that's how you show you want it. These are the ways that you can show that. Are you getting your house ready to sell? Are you doing the little things like, you might still be putting off painting that wall that got a little hole or a scuff from when you were moving some furniture around, or when your kids were wrestling and tumbling and somebody's elbow cracked the sheetrock. Are you taking care of that? Or are you just putting it off? Have you cleaned up your flower beds? Got a little curb appeal, weeded them, put down some new landscaping, freshened it up a little bit. Are you doing the 1 or 2 little things that you walk by every single day and you tell yourself, I'll take care of that tomorrow? Are you doing that? Or are you just saying you're going to do that? You're probably telling yourself, but are you showing that you want it by doing it? Now, these are the real issues of why you have not pulled the trigger. It's because you're scared of what comes next, possibly. I don't know. That might be the big reason. Because then you have to ask yourself, well, when I put it on the market, what if it does sell? Now you really got to take some action. You got to pack up. You got to figure out where you're going next, and you got to act, because now things are in motion. So sometimes it's about fear of taking that next big step. Like I said, this isn't just about real estate. Yeah, I'm a business person, I'm an entrepreneur, and this is what I do. But like I said, I discovered very, very quick that this business has nothing to do with selling houses. It's about the people. It's about doing it. It's about taking action, not just saying it. It's about being authentic. It's about being real and creating relationships. And authenticity matters more than anything. Basically, if I show up and meet you and I'm one thing, and then when you Google me at the moment I walk out the door and you see something that's completely different, I've lost all credibility with you because I wasn't authentic. So that's the huge thing that we do, is we be authentic with people and authentic with ourselves. That is the stuff that transcends. This industry is also about gratitude and caring about the people you're working with, and realizing that what I'm doing is changing somebody's life. It's not a tiny thing. It's not about a paycheck. It's not about selling a house. It's about recognizing that somebody has trusted me with what could be the biggest moment in their life to date for them and their family. So if I worried about selling houses all the time and only selling houses, I would have gone out of business several years ago already. The vast majority of my business right now is repeat clientele and referrals. You know why that is? That's because I cared about the people that I've worked with. I care about them and not the house, not the transaction. And I cared about how my actions truly impacted them. So what I'm talking about here is not just about me or real estate. It's about you. It's about the people in your life and what you're doing to enrich those that you care about. And how are you enriching your lives by doing and showing that you really want it, rather than just saying you really want it. That's how you win. That's how you succeed. That's how you matter, at least in my opinion. But what is my opinion worth? To you, I don't know. But to me, what I do, my opinion is the only thing that matters to me. Just like your opinion of yourself is all that should matter to you. At least as long as you can look in that mirror and know you just didn't say what you wanted to do, but you showed it. So I don't know if these things will get longer or where they're going to go, but that's pretty much it for today. So you can check us out at www.nwpre.com. That's Nate Walker Property Real Estate. So www.nwpre.com. You can also message me on Facebook. You can find me anywhere. Just Google my name. I'm happy to answer any questions for you. And, like I said, it's about you, not my business. It's about you. All right, guys, y'all have a great day.